Hey, hi YouTube. This is my first video, so please be kind. And as you can see, this is obviously a video of chess, but I don't intend to exclusively talk about chess in this channel. And as you will see, as we progress in this video, there's more to this video than chess. But anyways, let's start, shall we? Right. So I found this position basically on a YouTube video by a guy called Mato. He's a really nice chap, and I'll share this link in the description below. So why I'm making this video in the first place is because yeah, this move or this position or this video by Mato is called the greatest chess move of all time, and obviously it's a good chess move. And it's one of another of the many good ideas by Alexei Shirov, who is personally one of my favorite players. But I would not go so far as calling it the greatest chess move of all time, and we'll talk about it a bit more. So here we go. This is how the position is, and take a few seconds. And you think I think you have already been looking at it for some time, but still take a few more moments, and let's try to see what could be Black's best move here. Okay, so here we go. Surprisingly, is Black is offering a bishop for free in an endgame where he is almost even Steven. So this looks suicidal, doesn't it? But here is the point. First, White is more or less forced to take. If he does not, Black will simply take, or worse, if White moves the pawn to g3, then Black will simply block the pawns and get what is going to happen in the game with a bishop extra. So that would be even better for White. Sorry, for Black. So let's see what happens. So White is trying to stop the Black king, who is basically trying to advance his d pawn, but Black gets there first. So now the White king is pretty much out of the game, and he will have to make do with his bishop. And as you can obviously see, the bishop is getting a pawn for free. But, and now this is the point, now the bishop is out of the game. And honestly, I could stop the video here and you can easily see that either the a pawn or d pawn is going to queen. But just for completeness, let us have the remaining moves. So the bishop tries to block one of the pawns, basically the a pawn here, but that can only be blocked if Black kind of moves it. So Black is now marching the d pawn, which again the bishop, the overworked White bishop, is trying to kind of attack it, but honestly you will have to sack that bishop, and then the a pawn goes. So the bishop kind of again tries to stop the a pawn. Now again the bishop is overworked and trying to stop both the a and b pawns. And now this pretty much seals it. Again, White will now have to choose whether he wants to take the a pawn or block the d pawn. Obviously, he doesn't have a second chance, so White goes for it. And you have queen here. And that's pretty much it. So obviously a great move. And if you want more analysis of it, obviously you can go and look up Mato's channel, whose link I'll provide below. Or you can just try a few variations on this yourself. But going ahead, we will now come to the main point of this video. And here it comes. Right. So this move, bishop to h6, and offering a bishop for free in an endgame, has been judged the greatest chess move of all time by the British Chess Magazine. And this is the point of my video. Obviously, Shirov is one of the geniuses in chess, and no doubt this is a great move. But we, I think, tend to overdo a bit with the genius thing. as a society, we have this fascination with geniuses, and basically, we have this inherent tendency of hero worship, and that's fine so far as it goes. But where the problem starts to occur is when we start believing that there is only a certain set of people with whom this genius lies, and somehow we or the ordinary mortals among us, without too much of expertise in that field per se, would never be able to do certain things that these so-called geniuses or experts that they tend to do. And this is where I would like to differ, and I will present the case with one of my own chess games. Now, at the very start, I would like to put a disclaimer that obviously I'm no genius at chess or not even an expert. Yeah, I used to play chess pretty well long ago, but I think what you will see ahead, you would agree that it is at least as good a move as this one, if not even better. And this is the point I'm going to try to make, that with enough imagination and a bit of practice, we can all achieve these kind of moves, or indeed any kind of genius. So this position actually came up in a game of mine. Obviously, my opponent wasn't the best player in the world, but even I was playing after a great many years, honestly, after at least 4 5 years that I was actually playing a game of chess, and this position happened. And trust me, at this point, I hadn't seen that greatest move of all time video. So, this is white to play. What would you have played here? Okay, so I played rook takes pawn. Now, as you can see, this is pretty much forced because the rook is hanging, and surprise, surprise, a bishop sack. Now, if you see, this is actually a couple of steps more than the greatest move that we saw, but the idea is again the same, and here it involves trading of more pieces. But now, if you look at the position on board, the black king is pretty much out of the game, and we have two passers on the king side. Uh, because of the position of the white king, the black bishop is also pretty much out of the game. We will have to maneuver with quite a few moves and quite a bit of trickery to actually get to halt any of the pawns on the king side. So the alternate thing that he could try to do is he could try to go to the queen side and try to pick up those pawns. But by that time, these at least one of the pawns on the king side would march and become a queen. So what eventually happened in the game is he tried to take a bit of both approaches, trying to stop the pawns here and with the help of the king somehow block them on the king side while moving his bishop to the queen side and trying to pick the pawns one by one. But what actually happened in that process is my king was able to move over to the c file and start picking his pawns. So what eventually happens is I have a pawn on the king side and I have a pawn on the queen side, and just like what happened in that game between Shirov and Topalov, I believe, is black is unable to stop at least one of the pawns from queen. There it is. This was the point. If somebody like me who is a decent enough guy in chess, and after 4 to 5 years of hiatus from chess, if I can come up with a move which is at least as good as Shirov's move, which is called the greatest chess move of all time, if not better, because this involved even more sacrifices to actually come up with this position, then basically almost anybody with a bit of practice and imagination can do it. That's all. Thanks, you.